legit wonderful.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't enjoy yourself. You're only allowing these people to just make more of this with this secret Saiyan who's stronger than freaking SS Blue Vegito.
Cool.
And he's just in the shadows and never mentioned and in his secret prison.
Cool. Cool.
This is what we're getting.
But people recognize it's a fun joke fluff. Who gives a shit? As opposed to, here's Jiren, the greatest villain I've ever seen.
But he is, though.
Cool. Yep. Get in there.
That sounds like a very similar to reaction that you just had about Dragon Ball Heroes, though, so I'm confused.
No. I was talking, DA showed me another Heroes thing, and I'm just like, cool. No. Super is trash.
There's the tenors of BG's cools that you have to like really listen for the subtlety. Cool is like, yeah, he's okay with it. Cool is he's pissed off at it.
Be in there. Trunks and Vegeta's fuse. Cool. Get in there.
Jiren?
Yep. No.
Anything Jiren is like, nah. My girl Belle took me straight to the top.
Why am I not surprised, Belle?
They weren't ready for it.
You almost lost to a Ganon.
You don't. That's the story of my life.
You're almost losing to a Ganon?
Almost losing the Ganon. Because no matter who you are, you're always one hit away from almost losing to a Ganon. It's not fair.
Is Ganon really
I'm just imagining, like, just milestone moments of your life, like, graduating high school, you almost failed. It's just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Go to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick. Just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking
so dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint. That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sick.
keep willing out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
He's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
So they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It's
all
all
amazing.
it is.
Can we talk about Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's the, that was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing, and then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh, did you see
The accent
the Reddit?
the accent is the thing.
Uh-huh.
See the Reddit stuff.
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and
great.
micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, And the people would go, so where are the animals going to be placed? Because we need to know where Downey's going to be standing so we can place the animals there in post. And he goes, we'll figure it out. Let's get this shot of shooting. And there's like 5 stories of that.
Interesting.
We'll feel it out. Great.
The dude ended it with, I don't know who the production company is that they brought in, but if they can make it even watchable, they all deserve a raise. So he's thinking this is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Interesting.
I'd believe it, which would be very sad for Downey. I feel like he'd just kind of be annoyed.
Who cares? He doesn't care.
He doesn't.
Need it. This dude is doing. This is a passion project out there.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever. Freaking dog movie, polar bear. Let's rock it.
Yeah,
He don't need this.
He's set for life.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
If they just go, this guy's eating 5 devil fruits, nobody wants to see that. Because it's such a
you
drop
say
from
that.
the Oda quality.
You say that.
You say that, BG, we got Jinbei fans out there.
You have
Pumping
Jinbei
they fist.
stands out there. People who stand
Everybody
Jinbei.
wants to see SS5 Goku.
Everybody's waiting for that next one.
I think people just want Super Saiyan 4 back.
Oh, definitely. It's the best form. It's the best form.
It's the best form.
I just
But nobody-
on that note, you guys just put out the first episode of a new Revisited.
Oh, it was so fun. It
Was it,
wasn't
DA?
fun at all.
Was it?
I got so angry, and I'm like, I hate feeling this way. Then I just got drained of energy. I'm like, well, at least I know that I'm not a murderer or anything. It's like, all right, take me in, officer. I did it. Because I just got drained for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I gotta keep the energy up, and I'm just like, oh, BG, go on a huge rant. And BG's like, well, that sucks. Pause, look at me. I'm like,
Oh no.
take the ball, BG.
Oh, no. No, sir.
You
Because
dribbling the rest of this shot clock out, my friend.
The issue with that was you went 4.5 minutes. We played about 20 seconds. I went for maybe 40 seconds, and then you jumped right back in. So I'm like, oh, he's got more in him. And then for the beginning of part 2, you go on another rant.
Oh,
And then you just, for like 5 minutes, go, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, he threw.
Oh, he used it all up. He got nothing left.
You threw it all at
I'm
the
not
spirit
an
bomb and still
I'm
had
not an
14
angry
episodes to
person.
go.
But this dude was talking all this hot nonsense.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And I just exploded like 3 times. And then I just went, and it wasn't like fun. Genlock sucks. Oh my goodness. This was like, dude, you're doing stuff that legitimately pisses me off.
He was so mad.
Did y'all see that updated Sonic?
yes.
I was
Oh.
gonna get to that after this.
Okay.
We stand with movies.
all right. Yes, he looks so much better.
Look good.
Oh, what
It
happened,
looked
EA?
big good.
You were the
Oh,
one
no,
talking about.
no. I said it looked fine. Now I'm
Uh-huh.
saying it looks good.
Bruh.
I never said that looked good.
Bruh.
I was on the fine train.
That train was a crashing. Because he wasn't fine.
Yeah.
He wasn't okay.
We still doing this?
He wasn't a 5.56.
We still doing
He was a 2.
That is
That looks so much
very
better.
correct.
It looks so much better.
I said there was always room for improvement.
You're
That I always said
There was
that.
only room for improvement. That was a lead titanium inlaid fucking ground you had to dig to get worse.
It wasn't gonna be worse, kid.
Google was saying how their technology is going to be so advanced that they're going to have something called negative latency, which doesn't fucking exist.
Mm-hmm.
Latency, by its very definition, is delay. You can't go negative with delay. It's no longer latency at that point. And at that point, too, what they're saying is the game is going to play itself. So, BG, if you for some reason decided to get Stadia and got Mortal Kombat for it and wanted to be the best online at Google Stadia Mortal Kombat, your inputs will be predicted. How does that make you feel?
It ain't gonna happen. So who cares?
Oh no, I think that technology could feasibly happen. I just think it's stupid.
I don't think it could because,
I
feel
think
like
it's not going to be stupid accurate, but based upon how you're playing the game, trends of how you play certain things, and it gathering information, I can totally see an algorithm guessing what you're going to press, and I would assume there's probably contingencies where it do 1 or 2 inputs or 1 and 2 commands. Say if you're pressing a bunch of buttons and then stopped, it would do 3 more things and then stop when it realized, oh, you're not sending shit and you're not inputting stuff anymore.
Yeah, no, that's not.
I just don't think
a
it's
fighting game.
Yeah,
that's not.
Or shooters.
If you're playing a shooter and you get shot to the side, are you gonna run? Are you gonna turn around and try to shoot back? Are you gonna jump? Are you gonna duck? We don't know. So whatever. This is what we think based on your data.
Yeah, technically too. That kind of technology has existed in shooters for decades. They're called aimbots. And it's true.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I want to talk about it so bad.
I'm so glad y'all suffered with me. A little later than I'd like, but you guys experienced it.
So again, it's for me, suffering is a strong term. There is just utter fucking confusion is where I'm at right now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, can we get a brief overview then?
No.
Okay.
No, we need
Okay.
to save it.
Okay.
I'm just leaving it at that. Utter fucking confusion.
Can I say one thing about this? And I don't know if BG knows about this or not. You know that superhero at the end where he came in and the biggest, baddest robot, and then he's in a coma at the end? You know who voiced him? The dude whose idea was that whole series. That
No,
was
he
his
implanted-
baby.
He implanted himself.
Yes,
That was
as the
Gray?
That's Gray. He was the biggest monster hero there, where they're just standing over his body, just going, you saved us all, sir. You sure are awesome.
Oh, no.
That was him.
Mm-hmm.
So when everyone
He
was
showing
accusing
the
Miles of
I'm
doing...
the hero.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. We will talk about this.
Oh, no.
I am excited, and it's just something I experienced it, and it is just welling up inside, and I needed to get the fuck out of me to talk about it.
It's so good.
Oh boy. We were just talking about some of the Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 173. Had a little break last week just because all of us were here at my place. It's a nice little weekend. We will talk about that, though, a little later just because,
Or maybe next week when BG's back.
maybe. We'll see. DA is working a little bit later tonight. and they're not working.
The
I'm
Koch
actually-
brothers have been proven fallible. They have both been sick over the course of the past 7 days.
Yeah. Well, DA will say he hasn't been sick. He just lost his voice. But
That's full. That's bullshit. Dude, that's sickness. He was
yeah, I know.
sick.
I'm aware. But BG is hella sick. He
Oh yeah.
was. He honestly looked pathetic on Sunday when he left.
Oh, he did.
The story that Kelly told us as
Mhm.
she got woken up by him in the middle of the night. Actually, it was right as you guys went to bed. Now that I think about it, he I guess like was feeling awful. We had some drinks. We were playing Dungeons and Dragons. He walked upstairs. Apparently, the entire time he was like, oh, oh, like just moans of discomfort and pain.
Yep.
Gets to the bathroom, pukes, and Kelly just like she hears vomiting, and then it's just another painful moan.
Yeah.
Then waits a little bit, flushes, gets up, walks back downstairs, still going.
No, you missed it.
Oh,
He walked into the fucking island. Your
oh
counter.
yeah, he walks into the counter in the kitchen, just slams into it, and then just keeps on going downstairs. And then we all wake up the next day, and I just come downstairs hanging out with DA for a little bit, and then BG like gets up, and then I hear him talk, and I'm like, whoa. It
Mhm.
was like he had his completely had his voice the day prior. He definitely was like probably feeling a little bit out of it, but just
Mhm.
and just coughing and just looked like shit. It was
Yeah.
bad, and he's still.
I don't know. On my way
it's-
downstairs, I was like, "Oh, okay, everyone's playing game." BG, you good?
Yeah,
And he just,
The,
I forgot exactly what he said, but it was some snarky remark.
it's this cold that's been going around. It's the same one I had, where it sticks around for 2-3 weeks, and you just gotta. It has to run its course, and it sucks.
Yeah, I had that too. It lasted a week.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So BG more than likely is sleeping, if I had to guess. DA should be arriving shortly. In the meantime, there's 2 weeks of news. Apex Legends has done one of the best marketing ploys in recent memory for me. Do you know what they did?
I don't.
So, a couple of weeks ago, they were saying that they're gearing up for season 4 for Apex Legends, and they supposedly showed off the new character that was going to be announced called Forge, and Forge basically was Doomfist.
Oh.
Very cocky asshole type dude with a giant metal arm. And just all reports seem to be like thinking he's going to play very similar to Doomfist, but just, obviously in Apex Legends. And people were pissed. They were not happy about it. They're just like, why are you copying Overwatch? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And then
All right,
few
Mike,
days...
you gotta vamp on your own. I gotta walk away for a minute.
Ah,
Sorry, you gotta do it on your own.
damn it. So it is just me by myself, all by my lonesome. And, well, I want him to hear this. Let's see. Let's just go through some other news things before that. So, Ash is catching a Dragon Knight. So, new season of Pokemon that's out in Japan right now. Obviously, Ash going on a new journey. He starts over like a dumbass. Has like the strongest Charizard in the world. Has the strongest Pikachu's always there. Pikachu always gets depowered for some reason or another. What does he have? He's a special Greninja. He's got a herd of Tauros. An awesome Muck. What else does he have? I forget what he's gotten in all these other generations of Pokemon. I think he has a Sceptile. So he usually catches like dinky Pokemon at the start, but then they evolve. first Pokemon he catches in this new season is just a Dragonite, just off rip, the OG dragon. So that is actually pretty cool. And I think, is this the first dragon type that he's ever caught? I think. Maybe he has the the slime dragon. I forget. There's that. We got Wonderful 101 getting a kickstarted port. For those who don't know, Wonderful 101 game on the Wii U. Pretty popular game, but obviously only on the Wii U. And people have been asking, port it to the Switch, port it to the Switch, port it to the Switch. But apparently, it's Platinum Games who made it. They are just kickstarting ports to like everything, PC and all the other consoles as well. And I think that's doing pretty good last I checked. Let me just go and check that real quick. I actually never played it. Always wanted to, but never got the chance. Let's see. They are at... Oh, well, they are way past their goal. Their goal was $49,337 US. It was in yen very briefly, then it switched over. And they're at $1.4 million. So this is a Platinum Games classic action Unite game, self-published and heading to multiple platforms. It was published... Who was it published by? I guess maybe it was just published by Nintendo? I guess. Probably, since it was exclusive. But yeah, so right now they have, for their stretch goals, they hit Switch version, there's going to be a Steam version, and they have a PS4 version, and no sign of an Xbox version. That's unfortunate. But yes, Wonderful 101 is going to be coming to Switch, Steam, and PS4. Moving right along, what else do we got here? There's a lot of like confirmations of different shows. There had been rumors going around that Lilo and Stitch was going to get a live action Disney Plus thing, and that has since been confirmed by Disney. So that is going to be coming to Disney Plus. Castlevania, the Netflix animated series, is getting a season 3. There's something else. Wait, I'm going to come back to this once DA gets on, but there's a One Piece live action Netflix series that is going to be coming out, and that is intriguing because like most anime things that have come out have not been good at all. Looking at you, Ghost in the Shell, but we have Alita, Battle Angel, that just came out this past year, and it was really good. One of my favorite films of last year. So it can be done well, and a TV series might lend more to an anime series because there's versus Ghost in the Shell. I think a TV series might lend to it more, but like Alita was good partially due to like the world that it built with its special effects and therefore its budget. So I have no idea how a show like One Piece, which you're gonna need a lot of special effects for Luffy alone, and I have seen awful Rubberman special effects. Go watch the newest Fantastic Four movie. It is a terrible movie, and special effects weren't that great for Mr. Fantastic. I mean, between that, like the Fishmen, making them look good, Buggy, just like thinking of the first season, Buggy, oh shit, what's think about it. Just think about it, Versus. Oh crap, what's he was like the second main villain? Shoot. The dude with the giant claw hand. Oh, that's bugging me. Let's see. One Piece. This is going to be a big search result just because there are so many One Piece villains. Hello, you're back.
I am back. Yeah, that was a quick thing. Sorry about that.
It's okay. I'm currently talking about the One Piece Netflix live action that got confirmed.
Oh.
And, like, just... I feel like a TV show type format fits better for anime, especially long-form anime like One Piece. But then you look at Alita, and part of what made that movie so great was the world building and special effects that went into that world building, and therefore the budget that went into that world building. And you think of a show like One Piece, and then you think of Luffy, you think of Buggy, Arlong and the Fishmen. And who... I'm trying to remember, I'm looking it up right now, but who is the dude with the claw, like the claw glove?
Crocodile?
Not crocodile, that's sand. Oh, this is bugging the crap out of me.
What claw are you talking about?
He wears a glove that has like 5 really long blades on it. It's when they recruit...
Oh, the cat one.
It's when they recruit Usopp. I just don't remember his name.
I can see him in my fucking head. I remember his name. He was a butler. He was playing the role as a butler to get close to the family.
You know what? I'm just gonna look up Usopp and hopefully
Let's see.
Oh, this is this is just the villains wiki that I'm on, not a One Piece wiki. Oh, this is I feel bad about myself right now.
What?
That I can't remember this person's name. I've watched this.
Dude, do you know how long ago that was?
It's been a bit, but still. I'm on a ranking. Captain Kuro. Jesus Christ. I knew it was a K or a C.
Right.
Captain Kuro. But I was just thinking of like the first couple of arcs villains. Like Krieg, they could do. The Sanji villain.
Yeah.
But Arlong, Kuro, just because of how ridiculous his glove is.
Yeah.
And Buggy. Just to me, Buggy is going to be a weird one.
Yeah, all around, just the series itself is a very stylized show. It's like making a live action JoJo. It's just gonna be weird.
I would say even JoJo would fit better, just because, like, in my head, it's just like, all right.
Oh, the ocean, because the ocean itself is gonna be a bitch to fucking handle.
Like all the like all the characters in JoJo still like marginally have like same figure and same like human proportions.
Yeah.
There's like a couple of characters here and there. Like there's one in part 5 in particular that I'm remembering. But like think of Wapoli. His head is the size of like 4 of the Straw Hats combined. And then Chopper. To that regard. And
it's gonna be a real rough one.
Yeah. So that's I'm very curious to see what they do. And I definitely want to talk about this when DA gets here. I want to actually tell you about the bait and switch because I wanted to finish this. So Forge, Doomfist ripoff. People were pissed because like why are you copying Overwatch? Like do your own thing. Then a few days before Season 4 came out, which was like 2 days ago, they have like... And like the whole thing was like he was sponsored by Hammond Technologies, which is the big technical conglomerate from Titanfall. It's the same world, same universe. And they're basically interviewing him saying like, you're the first hero that's going to be sponsored by Hammond Technologies. And it's like this whole interview, what have you. And then as the interview happens, the lady, like all of a sudden you see her face like just turned to a face of horror, and then it cuts back to Forge, and there's this robot behind him that impales him in the chest. And then the video cuts. So, turns out, Forge is not the new hero. There is a new legend called Revenant. That his whole shtick is like he was an assassin who basically was experimented on to the point where like he became all machine, and they programmed him to think he was a human. And it isn't until recently that he got injured in a battle, and basically the programming stopped, and he saw his reflection for the first time, his real reflection. And now he's just like, I'm gonna kill all y'all motherfuckers who did this to me. And it's Hammond Technologies that did it to him.
Gotcha. Oh,
And,
that's
yeah. So
that
everyone
is
was
a
just
hell
like,
of a bait and switch.
yeah. Everyone was just like, fuck Forge, this is stupid. And then it's just like, oh. So big old bait and switch.
I like it.
Yeah. Because I actually didn't see, it was like a little animated short was the interview with Forge, and I just saw the character reveal for Revenant, and I'm like, wait, I thought Forge was coming out, and then I looked it up, and was like, ooh, okay, I like this.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay, I can get down with that.
Yeah. So going on, the other things I was talking about was the different live action confirmations that we've gotten, which was like Lilo and Stitch. That got confirmed for Disney Plus.
Is that gonna be a movie or a show though?
Show.
Okay.
That's
gonna be a weird thing to see animated again.
Yeah. But like, as long as they go like Sonic the Hedgehog and just embrace Stitch's weirdness, then I'm okay with it.
Trollishness, yeah.
Yes. Like, keep the design to what it is. Like, basically just Pokemon Detective Pikachu it. Just do that.
Mhm.
It worked really well. They just took the design and it's like, all right, we'll realism it a little bit.
Yeah.
Then the other thing I said was Castlevania Netflix season 3.
Oh God, I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
I still need to get. I've watched season 1 and got a chunk of the way through season 2.
Really, dude?
I like it. It's just there's other things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So did you see the? I'm killing our boy. Did you see the fake traffic that this dude in Germany caused?
No.
So, this guy, for an experiment, and I don't know why this never was thought of by Google, but this is brilliant. Guy just went around and asked for like cell phone donations. Like, I'm just gonna borrow your cell phone for the day. He got 90 of them. He put them all in like a little red steel wagon, like a pulling wagon cart that you
I did
buy your
hear
child.
about this actually.
And he
yes.
just walked around streets in Berlin. And on Google Maps, it was showing huge traffic jams at these certain intersections that he was walking. Because how Google Maps works, for those that don't know, is that for anyone who is signed into Google Maps, it pings your location every once in a while to see how fast you're traveling and and the density of how many users are in a certain location. So, when you put 90 cell phones in one place and move at the speed of walk,
yep,
it creates traffic jams. And that was such a cool experiment and just outsmarting the devs, which I'm a developer. Like that what they do is my job, but it's still cool. It's like the job simulator games, the VR games, where it's like, can you think of something that the dev didn't do?
Yep.
He is a hero. I respect this man.
That takes balls. Also, it takes a lot of creativity. Like, okay, we're gonna really show how this techno shit can fuck with people without even thinking about it. Let's just put a whole bunch of phones in a fucking small.
I want to know how he got the cell phones. Like, what did he offer these people? Just like, let me borrow your cell phone for a couple hours. I'll give it back, I swear.
I mean, probably be surprised how many people are willing to take part in something if it's just like, for research purposes. Like if he's only like, hey, for 1 hour, 2 hours.
Just strip naked for research purposes, please.
There'd be some people who say yes, guarantee it.
Please. Let's see here. I already talked about Ash catching a Dragonite. His first Pokemon in the new season. Fine, he's learning.
Yeah.
He's learning to.
Well, he won. He won a fucking tournament, so he's a champion. So I guess it's about time he started acting like he knows what he's doing.
It's like, oh, this is how you be a Pokemon master.
I get it now.
So the coronavirus is now touching the video game market. So apparently, the outbreak in China is impacting a Nintendo manufacturer and is now going to be delaying the special edition Animal Crossing Switch.
Wow.
It's actually so due to the impact of the new outbreak of the coronavirus infection, the impact on the shipment of Nintendo Switch collectible Animal Crossing sets is expected to be inevitable.
Yikes.
So yeah. Curse you, Corona.
Wow. That's actually it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
When people get sick, they can't work. People can't work, industry halts. This is what happens when there's mass illness.
Yeah, there's been a couple of cases cropping up here in Ohio every once in a while.
Yeah. The good enough thing is that while our health industry isn't helpful to everybody, it has the capability to be helpful to everybody. And so when they have to deal with you, you're dealt with.
Yeah. I think it's just a combination of access to good medicine and good medical practices. And at least from what I've been reading, most of the cases have been elderly for the deaths.
Yep.
Let's see here. What else do I get? There was news, but no news these past couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been slow. Mostly everything's been about the impeachment trial. That's pretty much all.
But, it's just depressing to talk about.
So it is.
Like the only interesting thing to come out of that is Romney.
Yeah, the Romney thing.
Yeah. So, have you heard? I've only seen little snippets of this. Have you heard of this movie called The Rhythm Section?
I have not.
So, this movie, he guilty, but we don't care. That is.
Yep, that is correct. That is what I've been seeing too.
So it was a movie that came out recently. Who was it starring? It was a name. I just don't remember the name. But it is now the worst wide release U.S. domestic debut of all time.
Oh.
It earned the least out of any movie that had a wide release in the United States.
Impressive.
That's pretty bad.
I mean, I never even heard of it, so...
I just saw it pop up on IGN. I'm like, why are they talking about this? Because it's that bad. Let's see here. Legal on stage, fake Google. There were trailers. The Super Bowl happened. That was the thing that happened this past week. I didn't watch it. But apparently there's a pretty cool comeback from the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe they were down 10?
Something like that, yeah.
I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Or what were... No, we weren't sleeping. We were watching
No,
Ruby.
we were watching Ruby.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Better use of time, to be honest.
Managed to get a convertee. At least for season 7.
I mean, she may watch it. We'll see.
I'm
Either way,
curious. Like,
she enjoyed it.
yeah, I'm curious to see if Kelly does watch it, where she starts at Volume 7, where arguably the best season of Ruby, either
Yeah.
Volume 6 or Volume 7, and then she goes back and then see just the quality, where it was, what it went to, and what it overcame.
Oh boy. That was my thought.
What was that? You cut out.
I said that was my thought too.
Oh,
Is
that
like
was
I
my
wonder how she's going to react to seeing where it was, where it went to, and then how it came back from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, this coming, we have an answer versus once you write it.
We may have an answer. It's not.
Yeah.
Don't never guarantee that it's us.
Who does Kelly? She was guessing the ships correctly.
She was.
We could say
she
that.
kept calling, "Oh, that's a ship. Oh, that's a ship.
Oh,
God,
no, she
people
kept
gotta
saying
ship that.
that's gonna be a ship, and I'm like, Kelly, you underestimate this fandom. Within the first 15 minutes of the episode being released, it was a ship.
The crow
Clover.
Clover one. She was like, "Oh God, that's gonna be a ship." We're like, no, it is. She was confused by Bumblebee. She was like, "I don't get it, but it's fine." Nobody gets it except for the fucking shippers themselves who are asinine.
The newest one that I saw was actually a 3-way.
Oh?
And it all stems from, of course, it's just one damn scene, as it always is. It's when Ruby and Weiss both comfort Penny.
Oh.
It's a 3-way between those three.
Well, shit.
Yep. So we need to start making some bigger decks. There's some bigger ships coming through. Some bigger docks.
We are past battleships. We are at aircraft carriers now.
Yes. Ooh, that to me says orgy. Nah.
I mean, it's a 3-way. It's more than 2.
We'll go Galleon first.
Hey, we passed galleons with Bevengers, all right? We were at battleships.
No. That's still 1v1. That's still a frigate.
Still, we upgraded from wood to steel a long time ago, Mike.
Remnant orgy. Never forget.
What's the faunus island?
Menagerie.
I was gonna say, did you mean menagerie during heat cycles?
How does that work with the fish faunus? Anyway.
It gets cloudy, it's simple.
It involves some gills. So actually, during the Super Bowl, there was a bunch of different trailers, including we got our first looks at the Marvel Disney Plus series.
Yes, we did.
Some brief little snippets. Saw a little bit of Winter Soldier and the Falcon, of Sam. Okay, I was just trying to think of his name. Sam actually like trying out the shield for the first time. You see a little bit of Winter Soldier and Zemo.
Zemo.
The weirdness that is going to be WandaVision.
Yeah, it's gonna be a strange one.
Like, if I had to guess, it's all just playing out in her head.
It also might not be. Because don't forget, she is the most powerful being in the Marvelverse, essentially.
She is, but the whole thing with her being powerful is when she loses control and like goes crazy. That's when she's at her. That's when
Who's
she's
to
at
say
her...
that she can't slowly devolve into that because of his death?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. This is her going crazy and she's changing reality to.
Like,
I
thought you were saying that she was like imagining everything.
Oh no. Well,
when you said in her head, that's where mine went.
Well, that's the thing though. In her head becomes reality. That's what I meant.
Well, yeah, but that didn't translate well enough, I guess.
So yeah, it's just her imagining all of the potential awesome lives that she could be living with Vision, and just because there's a one point where she's in like the I Love Lucy world, but then it's her from Avengers. She's in color, Vision's not. Is that Falcon Winter Soldier? Was it? There's Loki, but is there another one that I'm forgetting?
Isn't there the Hawkeye one?
They didn't show that.
Right.
It is, but they didn't show it. I think it might have just been those three. Like all it was yeah, it was just those three. They just showed a very brief snippet of Loki at the end. That's really it.
Oh.
Initial reviews are coming in for Birds of Prey. It's getting good reviews. Actually, it currently has, at least for I believe critics, a better Rotten Tomatoes score than the Joker. I've seen some images today where it shows like the Joker Rotten Tomatoes score, Birds of Prey Rotten Tomatoes score, and then the next image is of Harley Quinn kicking Joker in the face. Yeah, I'm excited about that. So we got that. Sonic is coming out pretty soon.
True.
What is? I'm gonna look that up. Let's see here. Movies in 2020. I instinctively typed 1, like 20.
Of course.
Film in 2020. Excuse me. It's interesting. Let's see. The highest grossing films of 2020. It's nothing so far.
Oh.
The highest grossing film is just shy of 300 million.
Oh.
Just because, Disney hasn't released a movie yet.
Yeah.
So let's see here. List of American films. So this month, yeah, Birds of Prey comes out tonight, actually.
Oh.
So I'm assuming there's showings going on right now, but it's the 7th, which is tomorrow. And then Sonic's next week. I didn't realize it was that close.
Ooh.
Got some movies to see.
I wonder if I'm going to be able to go see that. I know we all want to go see it, so maybe that'd be great.
And the thing, like, when the first design came out, I was looking forward to seeing this movie for being a dumpster fire. But now I'm legitimately excited to see this movie.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And crap, what's his name? Ben Schwartz seems like he's having fun with the role, which is another cool thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
About love, I'm going through. Oh, they're making an Impractical Jokers movie. Are they trying to be the new Jackass Boys? Is that what's going on here?
Dude, I have no idea.
Nothing. A Quiet Place Part 2 comes out in March. And Mulan comes out late March. That's
okay.
out. And then early April is New Mutants. I wonder how much. When did that start getting into? Like, when did they film this?
No idea.
This movie's been in development hell for a really, really, really long time. Development. Working on the script in 2016. Pre-production. Filming was in 2017. July 2017. So 3 years ago. Just about. It is interesting, like, seeing the production hell that some films can get in.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Gemini Man was in production hell for, like, 3 decades. And then the movie that came out. What else? I mean, there's, like, all these stories that I want to tell from this weekend, but
yeah, dude, it's already 6:40. We're gonna have to go for it next week.
I know, but it's annoying. Freaking people with jobs, lives.
I too.
Yeah.
Exclaim in such a way.
So how long do you have training for?
It's supposedly 2 months. Yeah. So essentially, at this point, I'm already fully trained, quote unquote, but they're gonna wait as long as possible to give me keys.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's them damn air
just
quotes.
because A, they want to make sure I have all the time I need to acclimate rather than just throwing me in.
Mm-hmm.
And B, there's just waiting to see when another individual will be quitting or getting herself fired.
Ah.
Because that's all it is at this point, is what's going to happen first. Is like, am I going to be the first in 4 different managers to actually complete the training, or will this other person quit first? Because pretty much nobody at my job has completed training. It's wild, dude. Yeah, no, besides that, same old, same old. Now I have to go in tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Yeah, work has been a thing, but nothing that I want to openly talk about.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have you have a very stable job, all things considered. You don't deal with people anymore, really.
Oh, yes, I do.
You know what I mean.
And I say, oh, yes, I do. Especially in bigger companies, the business politics that I have to deal with every day.
Yep.
Because, like, with retail, you deal with the dumb people, and then typically they leave. And then you just have a story of this dumb person did this. I have plenty of those from Kmart. But the business politics and having to just kind of keep going through those motions, and wording things without offending people when you're just really frustrated.
But that's fun.
No.
I find that so fun.
No.
I love that.
I am a type of person where it's just like, cut the bull crap. Let's just talk things out to get this thing fixed. Whatever.
Oh, it's never going to be like that.
Flowering. It's like in certain teams, it is. I've done it. Either that or just how certain companies that I've worked at are structured is that there's enough. What's the word that I'm trying to think of? Delineation of like what your tasks are, where someone else is asking those questions and doing the flowery language and getting answers done, to the point when finally things get to me, it's just boom, 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 boom. I work.
Oh, so if there's a structured hierarchy is what you're used to.
Kind of.
Like there's a structured order of who does what down
sit down for some software development lessons, folks, and everyone leaves. Even the people that aren't here, they leave. There's been this like sine wave of like how you do software development that's been happening for decades at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Of they want people that are specialized in one thing, and then the sine wave flips and it's like, oh wait, we want everybody to do everything. And then when people get stretched too thin, oh wait, we want people specialized in this thing. And then once they get too many people that are specialized, they're like, all right, we want to reduce staff and we want people to do everything. And then back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah.
We are currently in the we want everybody to do everything part.
Yeah.
So I'm doing development as well as talking to business people, getting requirements like hashed out, and just a lot of like the thing is like I can do it and I'm good at it, being business political and what have you. I just don't like it.
It's so fun.
It's not. It's really
it is.
Not. Be a software developer. Go learn some code, and you will have so much fun.
I just
can guarantee.
It is. I hear you. You're not a fan of like overt or even subtle confrontation. You just want things to work. I get it. But just just nuanced battling is so much fun, especially in a space where it's professional. Just because there's barriers you have to work between, and just the challenge of that is so much fun.
Eh.
It's exhausting. I get it, but I'm somebody who was raised in that
Just do your
vein,
job.
so it's just
that's
it's
my big thing. Do your job.
yeah. It's almost never that easy.
It does, yeah.
And when
software
it
development-
is that easy, it's you're lucky.
yeah, it's software development. Things never go according to plan.
Mm-hmm. Like
Gotta
DA
do.
arriving on time when he said he would.
Mm,
It just didn't happen.
yeah.
50 minutes later.
It's the weather. So I had one of those on the way home today. I had one of those. Literally saw every form of precipitation. In a 20-minute drive. I was walking in my car and it was raining. At the beginning of my drive, it started to sleet, and by the time I got home, it was snowing.
Ooh, yeah. It's been snowing here all day since yesterday.
really
I think it started
haven't-
yesterday around 4.
Like northern Ohio, like closer to Cleveland, like they've gotten some snow and some accumulation. Haven't really gotten anything here in Columbus
Lucky.
at all. Which
Lucky,
is
'cause
weird.
It hit hard, dude.
Yeah, is really weird. We typically we don't get as much as, the lake effect areas, but for obvious reasons. But still expect some. I think it was last year or the year before we got the worst snowstorm in Columbus in 2 decades. It was a level 3 winter emergency where it's don't drive. Just don't do it. I don't really. Excuse me. I was trying to wait for DA to talk about this, but Sam Raimi has been added as the director for Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, that took me by surprise, to say the least.
Yeah, you haven't seen him connected to anything superhero-y since the original Spider-Man, which
Trilogy,
I didn't even realize that they had mentioned Doctor Strange in Spidey 2.
Yeah.
It didn't click. And I haven't watched that movie in a while. Where they're trying to think up of a name for Doc Ock. Good, but it's taken. So just throw J. Jonah into Doctor Strange. Call it back.
They could.
Do it. Be brave.
They can do a lot, thankfully, because of the
Marvel.
new deal with
Yes.
Marvel and Sony. So,
yeah, I don't really got anything else.
no.
No news. No compros, no news, no nothing. Apparently, the last Fast and Furious movie, which apparently it's the last movie, but they're gonna
We'll see how that goes.
Deathly Hallows it, and they're gonna split it into 2 parts.
Uh-huh.
Which I don't. I haven't really watched all the movies, so I can't really say for certain. It has a following. People love these movies, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I've never been a car guy. There's that too.
I liked the first one well enough. It was actually the first one is a decent movie to watch. It's entertaining. The second one, not nearly as much. And again, Tokyo Drift was another good one. But after that, they just stopped being even entertaining. They were not. I was only ever kind of into cars even back then. And it still was just okay, cool, yeah, I see the car getting driven, but that's not entertaining. There's no plot happening. It's why. It's just not special.
Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of scrolling through IGN right now. Apparently, they are making a new Saw movie that's starring Samuel L. Jackson and Chris Rock. Just interesting.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that today. It's the same as every other Saw movie. It's nothing. Garbage. Move on.
Let's see here. There's something else that I thought I saw, but maybe not. Season 2 for The Mandalorian got greenlit, but that's really no surprise.
No,
At all.
not at all.
Yeah, it's really about
It's not. There's not much
it.
too much to talk about.
Not at all.
It's been a slow period. Actually, sorry, there is a lot to talk about. We just can't because the conference are here. So
Yes, exactly.
essentially, we are
We
kind
want
of
to talk
locked
about
away
this
in
weekend 'cause
content.
it was a fun weekend. There's a lot of
It was
shenanigans that were had.
our prime content. This podcast is brought to you by EA. Our prime content is locked behind a paywall. When we get to
Yes.
it, we reach that amount paid for. We'll lock content.
Did you see how much they made in microtransactions?
Mhm.
It's disgusting. It's
Yes, it
utterly
is.
disgusting.
Yes, it is.
Over $2 billion.
Yes. Yes.
I hate it.
Yep.
You people. It's you people.
You people. Please like and subscribe. Please.
I
I
need
haven't
to
eaten in months. Help me.
I need to I need to watch the new trailer for Black Widow that came out during the Super Bowl. I did not.
That movie's gonna be an interesting watch. I don't think it's gonna be anything special, but
Yeah, there's really nothing else.
yeah, I guess we'll close out a few minutes early. There's nothing else to really talk about.
Yeah. So next week, barring we have a comp bro at a minimum.
Yeah.
We will talk about what happened last weekend. Again, lots of shenanigans, lots of fun, lots of Smash.
It was a really good weekend. They go by too fast.
Yes, they do. We always think we need to plan things, but then it's just there's not enough time.
We do plan things out. Thing is, we do. We can't get to everything. But I do
Yes.
like the way we go about, like, okay, let's do X, Y, and Z. Okay, we can also try to do X, A, B, and C, and then we kind of like muddle around the in between. But we hit D&D. We went to the bakery. We did the things we wanted to do.
Smash tournament.
We pretty much hit every bead we set up for ourselves. It was a successful and fun weekend.
And I gotta say, it's the same thing with conventions, because it's like you want to do as much as you can, and when you try to do as much as you can, you just forget to sleep.
Yep.
I am still tired.
Dude, I am not. I have not. I went into work yesterday because, again, I didn't have work Tuesday. I went into work on Wednesday, and I was like, "Hey, Rob, how you doing? Oh, wow, you look shot." And I'm like, "Uh-huh." Like, "Oh, what did you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I just hung out with friends." So why do you look? I didn't sleep. I'm like, "Oh, well, boo-hoo you." Like, yeah, fuck you guys too.
Yeah, just like I've gotten a solid 7 to 8 hours these past couple of days, and it's just
Still foggy headed, still tired.
Yeah, every day just going to work, I'm just like, I want to sleep.
Yep, same.
I want
It's gonna
to
be that for at least another few days. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Well, it's like after this weekend, I'm basically doing nothing intentionally.
Yeah. Well, you getting your editing started.
Yes, there's that, but that is in the plans of nothing.
Fair enough.
Sitting on my butt. Actually, I have a small story. Did I tell you about? Have I said on the podcast before? My friend who didn't know how to play blackjack.
Before.
Yes, you brought that up before.
I did. Damn it. Okay. I had a story. I'm going to be next weekend taking him to the casino here to educate him.
Oh God.
Versus says no. So
Then you must have told us outside the podcast. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Yeah, he knows what he's talking. Never mind. He just didn't catch in time what your story was.
Damn it. Unless he's saying, "Oh, never mind," about me going to tell the story, and he's like, "Oh, never mind, I won't hear it."
No, I'm almost certain it was like he heard what you were going to talk about. He was like, "Oh wait, you did."
But
Oh,
yeah.
this person, if you honestly remember, he might have just told us in the conference after or before a podcast. So if you do not know the
Actually.
story, he can reiterate.
Yes. Fuck it, I'm just gonna tell it anyway.
Go ahead.
So
Just Drew.
my buddy, who I work with, went to Vegas a couple of months ago at this point, and he had never gambled before, never been to a casino before or gambled at all. So he goes to blackjack. He's with a bunch of his friends. And he told me, like, when he got back, he's like, yeah, I wanted, like, a couple $100. I'm like, oh, that's good. That's, like, first time in Vegas, first time gambling. That's very good. And a little bit later, he at that time, his desk was, like, behind and to the left of me. And I'm just like, I think I had my noise-canceling headphones on, but not playing music. So I could still hear people if I caught it. And I hear him talking, and then I hear him talking about blackjack, and so I just, like, kind of, like, listen in.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's talking about, he's like, yeah, it's like, you always have to assume that, the dealer has a 10 underneath. So, like, if you have a 12 and the dealer has a 14, you got to hit to get over the 14. And I immediately was
God.
hold on.
Oh,
what
boy.
did he just say? So I take my headphones off and listen. And he keeps talking basically like that. I'm like, and then I walk up, I'm like, can you explain that again? He's like, yeah, if, like, the dealer's showing a 14, you got to hit if you're, like, on a 12, because if he just stays, he wins. I'm like, that can't happen, though. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, it's like, he could just stay. I'm like, no. No, he can't. The casinos, I'm like, and usually these rules are on the felt of the table. The dealer has to hit until he gets to a hard 17 at a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Has to hit. And just, like, explaining that to him, he's like, oh. I'm like, so I bet you that you won money, but you probably lost the table a lot of money because you were making horrible plays.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, all my friends lost a lot of money. I'm like, dude, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Because blackjack, there is a way to play that increases your odds as well as increases the table's odds.
Oh, yeah.
The golden rule, he had the first part right. You always assume the bottom card of a dealer is a 10. Always. You always just assume that. So, if the dealer is showing a 14, and you are showing and if you have a 12, because you see both your cards, you stay. Because if you hit and it's a 10, you bust. And if, say, everyone at the table stays, the dealer flips up and it is indeed a 14, he takes that 10, he busts, everyone wins. So the whole thing is, you don't take the bust card, the dealer takes the bust card. And just, like, trying to get that into his head, and he, like, finally understood it, but I've just been telling him for the, like, last couple weeks, I'm like, once we, income tax check, bonuses, what have you, once we get those, buddy, I'm dragging you to the casino. I'm teaching you how to play. So that should be happening next week.
That'll be interesting.
It is.
I could just never go. I'm never gonna I could never set foot in a casino or any gambling den.
The goal, not the goal. What you have to do is you go in with money that you're like, I'm prepared to walk out of this casino without this money. Like, this is
I don't
money.
have that money.
Yes, obviously, when you can.
I don't have expenditure money.
Yes. I do not recommend this to anyone who is living paycheck to paycheck or, I would say at a minimum is not middle class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't gamble. It's not a good practice. But if you have money that you are extremely willing to lose, you go in with that money, and as soon as you lose that money, you walk out of the casino. That is hard for some people, but that's what you gotta do. I have been in and out of a casino in less than a half hour because I got fleeced. Where it's just like, I walk up to a blackjack table, I play one shoe blackjack, and all my money's gone. I'm like, well, that sucked. Time to go.
Moving along now.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the gambling lesson, which actually let's look up some facts about gambling.
Sure.
I've been thinking of this. Facts about gambling. Don't do it. Fact 1. Let's see. 5 facts about gambling in America. 40 interesting facts about gambling from Kick-Ass Facts.
Well then, dropping
So-
names.
Pick a fact, good sir.
1 through what?
Was it 40? 40.
Okay, I didn't hear that. 27.
27. Damn it. Literally, 25 is where the cutoff is. Page 2. This one is interesting, but I saw a Pokemon one before, so I'm going to read that as well.
Sure.
For 27, the MGM Grand in Las Vegas had to reconfigure its original entrance, a large golden walk-through lion, as Chinese high rollers were avoiding it, believing walking through beasts to be unlucky before gambling.
Huh.
So that's interesting, but where's this Pokemon one? Okay. In 1999, 2 boys tried to sue Nintendo, alleging that Pokemon caused their gambling addictions. Hey man, the game corner in the original Pokemon games. I just wanted the Porygon, man.
Drew called for number 38, by the way.
Ooh, all right. We'll do 38, and then that will be this episode.
We'll be done.
Let's see here. Ooh. A certain Tamagotchi version was almost banned because it had a slot game. It was feared that this would cause children to grow up to become the gambling addicts of tomorrow.
Interesting.
Actually, Drew, just one more for you. Florida accidentally banned smartphones and computers in an attempt to ban gambling internet cafes.
Yeah, that shouldn't surprise literally anyone.
Only in Florida.
That shouldn't surprise literally anyone. All right.
All right. With that, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast Stuff 2-Man. Was it made by EA? Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it does.
We will see you next week, hopefully with tales and
With a full
shenanigans
cast.
from last weekend.
Yep. Later.
There we go.